Welcome to Kinda Influenced.
We're two millennial moms.
Navigate life and career on the internet.
We're your hosts, Zoe Potter
And Sarah Dickey.
Grab a drink,
grab a snack, and let's chat. Hi! What was that noise? That noise that just came out. Hi! That was me.
Oh, you. I'm like, what's happening? Is there a ghost?
It wasn't another train. Is this the cherry Alani knew?
It is.
I'm really excited for you.
Cherry twist. I think it's cherry lime.
Oh, yum.
So good. Andrew loves this one too. They have a cherry slush one.
Yeah. No, it's so sugary. It's too sweet.
This is better. It's fresher. It's sweet but fresher.
It's crispy. Have you ever been to Sonic?
No, that's American, right?
It's American. Unlike me, not American. Sonic in America, where they like roll up on roller skates. I don't think they do that anymore. But when I lived in America, which I did live there for a couple of years, I would get cherry limeade every single day, and they serve it in a styrofoam cup with pebble ice, and it is like
that sounds so good. Maybe it might be similar.
I think I would probably love that. I cannot find Alani's anywhere in Edmonton.
These are at Costco, but maybe not in the Edmonton Costco.
The new ones are at Costco?
These ones, yeah.
Oh, maybe
someone literally just sent me a photo when I was home from vacation. The day I got home from vacation, they sent me a photo on my DMs on Instagram with a whole skid of these at Costco in Canada.
Maybe I need to go look. Do you know what my secret trick is? I always just look on Instacart to see if they have it at Costco.
Oh, that's so smart.
Because I don't want to, I look for
work smarter,
not harder. I look for those Fairlife milk things every day, and they never have them.
I have to try those. I've heard good things.
If you can find them, they're
hard to get.
They sell it. I once watched a woman, I think, because they're shelf stable, put 70 pallets of them in her cart. And I was just like, this is unreasonable.
It's because she's probably reselling them.
I think she probably owns a gym or something. I mean, good for her. Make your bag. But I hate that for me.
Yeah, that does suck for you.
How are you? How's your week?
I'm good. Today started a little rocky.
Uh-oh.
I mean, my kids are sleeping, so I shouldn't even complain.
No, you're fine.
But Marlowe has just been navigating her emotions.
Oh,
She's got a lot of shifts and changes happening inside her. She's, going to be 7. Yeah. And she's got to learn how to control her impulses.
Is she getting snappy?
She's getting so snappy.
And no, Miss Marlowe.
I literally felt so bad because she had a moment where we were having a bit of a rushed morning as it is, which fine, that's life, whatever. And we were getting ready, and I kept constantly asking her to get ready. And I could hear her dawdling and talking to Theo and playing and stuff like that. And every time she'd come into my room, she'd be in a different shirt. She would take off pants, put on pants, put her pajama pants, just get ready. It doesn't I'm trying so hard to bottle my emotions, and it's and I wonder why she's like this, because I'm so she comes in. I'm like, honey, you have to go get dressed. She goes, I'm finally ready. Theo's ready. We're getting ready to go downstairs. And I'm like, come on, Marlo, we got to go get our boots and stuff on. And she's like, I haven't brushed my teeth yet. And I was like, okay, you need to go brush your teeth, please. We're going to be late. She just exploded. Like an atom bomb. And I think it was just, I don't know. She probably is she just wants a lazy start to, I get it. It's valid, but don't explode and scream at me. And then
not cry,
no, mad.
Oh, okay.
And then the one thing I can't stand is door slamming. And she went into the bathroom and slammed the door. And I was like, oh, hell no. So I go into the bathroom and I open the door and I just stare at her. This is what my mom used to do to me. And it worked. I say nothing. I just stare at her. And she's like, I'm sorry. And I was like, you can't do that. I said, you cannot do that. And she lost $5 of her book fair money.
Oh, damn.
I did it. I pulled out the big cards and I stuck to it, which is good because and it's not like she doesn't get book fair money. It's just she doesn't have $25. Now she has 20. And she's like, I'm not going to be able to get as many bookmarks as I want. And she got really emotional about it. But she was good. She was like, I'm so sorry, I won't do it again. I'm like, do you know why? Like, do you understand why? And she's like, I do. I can't slam doors. Like, we can hurt fingers and like blah blah blah. And I'm like, honestly, I'm like, you're allowed to have emotions. You're allowed to be
Yeah.
upset. You're allowed to be emotional, but you can't communicate them by screaming at people
Yeah.
and slamming doors. You
Having
have to like,
conversations.
yeah, like use
Yeah.
your words and stuff. She was really good. I gave her a hug. She was like really nice at drop off. She's like, I love you so much. I'll see you after school
Mm.
and it'll be fine. But like I hate having to do that part of parenting because
Yes.
some days I'm like, I need a parent to parent me.
It's so hard. And like I'm 7 seconds into it.
Yeah, right.
Like
So as soon as I dropped her off, I like rushed over to my mom's with Theo and I'm like, did I do the right thing? And she's like, you did. Like she's reassuring me, but like it's
oh,
so hard.
that's so sweet though. She's
Oh,
just Marlowe's just the best. I can't wait to
mhm.
just hug her one day. Be like,
Oh yeah.
I just love you.
She loves you too. I think she thinks you're Ariel, which helps a
Yeah.
lot in your factor.
Let's never show her how bad of a swimmer I am.
Imagine.
Just
She has all these like wild dreams in her head, and then she meets you and she's like,
It's like,
what?
oh, that's not Ariel.
No. So how
I
was your
mean,
morning? How's your day going?
it's better than yesterday. Last night was
Mm.
hilarious. So Sully is in this phase where she stares me deep in the eyeballs and then just like grabs her food off of her little plate and just drops it on the ground. And
Yeah.
like, it's fine. She's learning cause and effect. Like, I understand the rationalness behind it. The problem is I think that she like enjoys watching her dog eat it. Like she thinks it's funny.
Oh
Um,
yeah. Oh
and
yeah.
like egg isn't you can't like put egg somewhere. He doesn't roll that way. He like needs to
Yeah.
be he
With
is what
his
it
people.
yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's just like a never ending battle and it drives me bananas. And so I try so hard to not get like frustrated because I'm like, it's not, she doesn't know what she's doing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not vindictive. But I
Oh.
find it very like frustrating deep inside. And then so like last night at bedtime, it was like fine. Bryce gave her a bath. I like went and cleaned up like her toys. And then we did book and I was about to give her Booby. And he hands her to me and immediately she's just like, bleh, and just projectile vomited all over me. And I had no reaction other than crying. I just sat there and cried and nursed while Bryce like was wiping vomit off of me. And I was like, this is motherhood. I'm in the trenches. Um,
Oh God.
yeah.
Yeah. It's like I forget about days like that. And like it seems so like you're in the trenches and in the thick of it when it's happening.
Yeah,
But it goes by so stinking quick. Like I can't believe like I went through that with both my kids and now
I
they're
know.
yelling at me and slamming doors.
Totally. That's what I'm like, I had to live in these moments because it's gonna be gone tomorrow. Like I think back to like when she couldn't move and now she's like running around the house ripping wallpaper off the wall. It's fine. She is a character. We're in
Yeah.
trouble. We're gonna be in trouble, but it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, I love the fiery passion that girls have. I
Yes.
mean, like Theo doesn't have the same, and I know that it's probably different for every kid, and there probably are some boys who have like that same drama and sass too.
Yeah.
Theo's just like, I mean, he does roll his eyes at me now. That's his new thing. He goes, ugh, and then just does this and like go away. But like, it's I don't know. It's something
Oh man.
about like the underlying drama that's just like, I
Um,
think it's the hormones, like just kind of like bubbling and growing. I don't know how hormones work, clearly.
they bubble and
Imagine.
fester. It's like a magic mixie inside of you.
But like if you think about it, like how old was I? I was 11 or 12 when I got my period. And my mom said like the before that happened, it's like my emotions and my
Which is a
like
roller coaster.
it's just a roller coaster. It's like
Yeah.
up, down, and around. And like it's just, I think, so different. And I think that like observing it is like the most interesting thing in the
Oh
world.
yeah.
Like I'm just like,
I can't wait. Like I cannot wait for her to be a sasshole. Like I'm so excited because
fun.
I'm so stubborn and I know I'm just gonna get it back tenfold and it'll be
Yeah.
like it's gonna be hilarious and I'm gonna have to just like choose to like
You'll never be bored.
no, I'll have to laugh at it and
Yeah.
it's gonna be
Yeah.
fine.
Hmm.
But yeah, other than that, I mean we're still deep in a sleep regression. That's fine. He
Yeah.
needs sleep. It's fine. I brought an espresso machine. And I'll survive. Sleep comes back.
It does.
It
It
comes
does.
back. Yeah,
It will. Yeah, for sure.
it's fine.
It's all a phase. It's
It's
all
fine.
phase.
It's fine. Bryce is like, I know you're not fine when you're like, it's fine. It's fine.
It's all good. Slams the
Everything's
door.
fine. 100%.
Okay, what's on your For You page, friend?
So my For You page has actually been really boring lately, and that sounds really
Oh.
bad when I'm going to talk about the thing that's on it. It's just been like tame. Like it's just like normal videos. Right now there's no like trend.
Mm-hmm.
But what I'm obsessed with is how much Glamzilla is on my For You page.
Oh
Because I feel
yeah.
like I've been a Glamzilla fan since like day one.
Oh
Since
yeah.
like literally like years. Like I've loved her from afar for so many years, and it's so nice to see her finally like have the platform she deserves.
I think she puts in so much work.
So much work.
And like I think I mean everyone has their own opinions and like she's been brought into the drama because she's been like affiliated with Michaela Naguera and like
Yeah.
people like drag her and then they're like, "Oh, well Stephanie's friends with her." It's like this whole thing.
Yeah.
I don't know what it is about. It's probably because she's Canadian. But
Probably.
I just like, and I like Michaela. I follow Michaela. Like,
Yeah.
if that kid, if like if you're offended by that, whatever. Like, I don't care. But like, I think she's young. Like, how old is she? 20 something? Like 20.
25, I think.
Like, she's a baby.
She's
She's gonna make.
25 buying Chanel. Good for
She's
her.
gonna, yeah, she's gonna make mistakes. She's gonna do questionable things, but like,
Yeah.
she's not going out of her way to hurt people. So just like,
No.
you know,
Mascara is not that serious.
I know. It is, I mean, yeah. So, but Stephanie like Glamzilla, she has been like I've been following her from like back when
Forever.
she had like 200,000 followers or something, or
Yeah.
like I can't even remember. And it's just because she's Canadian. And I think that she's just like, I don't know, she just feels like a big sister. And
Totally.
like
She
she's
still
not
seems
gonna
relatable.
and she's gonna call you out when you do something stupid. She's gonna call herself out, but then also she's gonna stand her ground.
Yeah. Like watching her navigate. I think that you and I were talking about this. Navigate
Yeah.
this whole like because she didn't like the elf
Oh, the elf sticky lip gloss or whatever.
that she
Like, who
like was like
cares? Why is everyone making a
and
big
like
deal about it?
canceling her for this. I love that she's just
Yeah.
like, I'm actually just gonna keep reviewing products because this is literally what I do.
And like,
Um,
and I guess some people were saying that she doesn't seem to like affordable products, but I don't think that's true. Like, I feel like she's recommended a ton of affordable
yeah,
products,
yeah.
but yeah, I don't know.
Also, I feel like she's like, I get that she's a makeup reviewer, but she's
Yeah.
obviously got a lot of money, which like good for her.
Oh, yeah.
Like she's buying expensive products because that's also what she uses. Like
Yeah.
it's not her job to buy Elf.
No.
Find someone different that reviews Elf.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But the thing is though, is she still is doing it though.
Yes.
Like she's still going out of her way to purchase
To
it,
buy it.
review
Yeah.
it. And just because she likes or doesn't like something, like just try it yourself or don't try it or watch another review. Like
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I just like they get mad at influencers for being positive and liking everything. But then they also get mad at influencers for
For
saying they
not.
don't like something. Like you can't win in this industry.
No, you
Like
can't.
it's like
You can't.
sorry.
I'm medium on everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's, I mean, my For You page is literally just like her doing awesome, and that is fantastic.
That's
That's
awesome
great.
though.
Yeah.
That's fun. Yeah.
What about yours?
So I'm on to so you know how much I love seafood. I'm a seafood girly.
Oh goodness, yes.
So there's this creator. I don't know how old she is. I have a feeling she's probably like 20, maybe 21. And
Mhm.
she films herself eating food in her kitchen, like in her family's kitchen. Her name is Sa Nguyen
Okay,
maybe.
sure.
And she eats a lot of different foods. One of her favorite foods is like seafood. So she eats like raw marinated crabs and like she eats balut, which is like, do you know what that is?
No.
Balut. It's oh, I hope I get this right. Fertilized duck embryos. I don't know. So it's like an egg, like you would
Yeah.
have an egg. She cracks it, she opens it, and then she pulls out like a duck fetus. Duck
I'm
fetus in the
okay.
egg.
Yep.
Okay.
Great.
So
Good for her.
yeah, so I mean if you're a vegetarian or vegan, this is not for you. Um, but it's a traditional food, right? So
Yeah.
I love watching her eat, and I have never wanted to try something more. Not the balut, that's not for me. I just know that I'm not going to vibe for that. It could be
No.
delicious.
I'm
I
sure
think
it's
I just
great.
can't wrap my head around it. Like I think that's where I struggle, but apparently it's really good. And I want to try raw marinated crabs so bad.
Well, that sounds delicious.
It's and so I've seen different versions of it. There's like
Yeah.
little ones that you get. Um, and they're like marinated and you can eat the whole thing, shells and all, like little itty bitty guys. And then there's
Oh,
other ones that are big that you like squeeze the juices out and just eat the insides with like rice and stuff.
that sounds
And I'm like,
delicious.
I want to find it. Like, I think that TNT might have options. So I'm gonna make a trip to TNT soon and see if I can find some raw marinated crab.
I'm very excited for you for this. I love seafood also, and I'm always Bryce hates it, and so I'm always like
Andrew's
so
not a fan.
yeah, I'm always so jealous when
Yeah.
you eat seafood. I'm like, I should just do this for myself, but
I
I
you
don't.
should.
I
I
know.
literally because my family, sorry, sushi, my family loves.
Yes.
Like
No.
we're all sushi people. But and like Andrew doesn't just eat like the veggies, like he eats like salmon, sashimi, and things like
Yeah.
that. It's just like something about like the seafood, like the lobster, the crabs, the shrimp, like that stuff he's not really into. But neither is Marlowe. So I started making mini seafood boils for myself at home.
So cute.
And I
When
just
we
taught myself. I taught myself everything I needed to know.
I
And
love
I did
this.
it.
I
Yeah.
I need to do it. I also am like, I'm just gonna take Sally to Red Lobster and we're gonna be lobster girls.
Yeah, why not? Though I have learned since I've been making my own seafood boils, it's so much cheaper to do it yourself.
Oh yeah.
Light years cheaper. And like it tastes better.
Probably. There's this really good seafood restaurant in Edmonton called the Black Pearl, and I really want to go.
Mm.
But I find like a lot of my friends don't love seafood.
We'll
It's
go
so
for your
weird to me.
birthday.
Teaser.
Yeah, we'll manifest it.
We're manifesting. We're manifesting things. Sweet. That sounds great. And I feel like I'm so into different cultures food, like watching people eat
Yeah.
different cultural food. I think it's so cool. And I would never not try it. I feel like
Oh
there's
yeah.
nothing I wouldn't try.
Yeah.
It'd be cool.
I agree. I think
Yeah.
I can't think of anything that I wouldn't try. I mean,
I
maybe eyeballs, I'm not really on board with, and tongues.
I've done
And
tongue.
have you tongue? So we went to
Yeah.
this Korean barbecue
Yeah.
where they give you the meat, you cook
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
yourself.
Yeah.
And my sister's boyfriend got tongue, beef tongue.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Do you want to try it?" I'm like, "I can't do it. I can't do
I
it." It's like,
yeah, that's fair. I feel like I'd have a hard time with bugs. Like crickets.
oh, sorry, I didn't even know bugs were in that category.
Yeah.
I think I'm okay. Like
Like drinking the worm in the tequila. Like, nah, I'm good.
no, I'm good. No, yeah, I think bugs are off the limit too. So like eyeballs, tongues, and bugs. We'll mark those off
That's
as
your that's where you draw the
that's my
line.
limit.
It's not a bad limit. It's your limit.
No.
Stay within it. What are we talking about today?
Okay, we're gonna do a really fun, casual episode where we just answer your questions.
I love
We
it.
just threw out some question boxes across Instagram. By the way, shameless plug, if you don't already, follow our Instagram.
Follow
Kind
it.
of Influence podcast. Follow our personal influence.
All right.
Follow our personal pages. Sarah's Cupcake. I am Love Zoe Potter. And that's yeah, we wanted to like do more like interactive stuff because the Valentine's Day episode was
So
hilarious.
fun.
So fun. Like we probably could have done a 3 hour long episode with all the stories that were given to us and like, man, so good.
We
So
should
yeah,
do like an NSFW part 2.
part 2, right?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so fun. And we want to like include you all on like our episodes and stuff. So be sure to follow us there because we will put call outs like this
Yeah.
where we just want you to be involved. So
Please and thank you. Awesome.
okay, let's
Okay.
look at our questions. Ooh, I have a really good one.
Okay, take it away.
It's like right at the top of the list.
I love it.
Oh, now, granted, we are no experts, so
Oh,
cut us
no.
some slack. How is Canada different than America? Do they have taxes and is healthcare cheaper?
Oh,
Isn't that good? That's a good
that's
question.
a great question. Yeah, very different.
Very different, but also
But
kind of
not.
same, but also different, but also same.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah. Like same, but different.
yeah.
Like we all have problems.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I think we have stricter laws in Canada.
Very different laws. Stricter,
Different.
yeah, very hard up on the gun control here.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I personally, I don't care if this is controversial. I'm good with.
Yeah,
I
me
don't
too.
need the right to bear arms. I'm fine.
No.
And we can bear arms. It's just a lot different. We
Yes.
can't go buy like assault rifles and like
No.
things like that. but it's more so for like, people who
Hunting.
have hunting
You have to have
or
like a
gun
hunting
range
license.
hobby, things like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, yeah. So I think that's
Um,
like the first big difference. Healthcare, huge
Healthcare's
difference.
huge difference. So we do pay more in taxes, I believe.
Yeah,
Don't quote me on that.
we do.
And I know it does change depending on the
Provincially.
province.
Yeah. So we have
Um,
PST and GST, provincial sales tax, government government sales tax, and then harmonized sales tax,
yeah, HST. Yeah.
which we only have GST in Alberta, which is where I
Right.
live.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we have HST, GST. So we pay taxes on our goods. And then we also pay taxes through our work as well. That
Mhm.
goes towards healthcare and things like that too.
Yeah. And like
Um,
EI, employment
mhm.
insurance, and our CPP, our Canadian pension plan. We also tax gasoline, alcohol,
Yes.
cigarettes a
Yep.
ton more in Canada, but that's also like it pays for lots of stuff.
Yes. Now, I do believe that our healthcare system is incredibly flawed. Um, However, I will always take free healthcare over the latter. That's just my personal opinion. Some
I
people
agree
would
with you.
rather pay for their healthcare and have a more structured system. I do think that there are some systems and situations where people get mm, I don't know the right word for this. So like I feel like there have been situations because of our healthcare system being a little flawed where people have been like misdiagnosed for things and like haven't been taken seriously.
Mhm.
And there have been some severe cases. Um, However, from my experience and my personal, I'd rather wait like a couple more hours in a waiting room at a merge for and then not having to pay
Yes.
a
I
buttload of money to see a doctor.
being someone who lived in America and lived in Canada,
Hmm.
I the American healthcare system scared the crap out of me. No offense. I just it's really interesting. Even I find like, and again, this is like it's interesting when you go to America because you see people. I feel like you see a lot more people like walking with things like limps,
Yeah.
or just things that had like they'd broken a foot and they couldn't afford to get it fixed, right? Whereas in Canada, like you break your foot, you wait in the waiting room for like 6 hours if it's not super serious, but you get a
Hmm.
cast and you get treated and you get taken care of.
Yeah.
It is a flawed system for sure. My husband works in healthcare.
Yeah.
There is lots of issues. But I also do think that a lot of those issues are also provincial issues
Yes.
as well.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
in province where we're looking to go private healthcare, which I can talk about for hours, and I'm not going to.
But yeah, there is a lot of differences between the two countries and even just having babies, like the amount of have you watched that documentary? What was it? The Business of Being Born or something?
No.
And there's like, yeah, it's so expensive. And I know that there are a lot of situations in America too where like you have really good insurance for your
Totally.
work and things like that where you don't have to think about healthcare, but like for everyone else, like that's kind of, it's
Yeah.
just, yeah. Yeah.
It's, I mean, 10 dozen to one, half dozen to others or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
What's that
It's,
saying?
I don't actually know. I'm just trying to agree politely.
I
Yeah.
like that's very Canadian of you.
It is. It is.
Yeah, same but different.
Same, same.
We all have our problems.
Yes, that's so true.
No country is perfect
Perfect.
other
Yeah.
than Norway.
Even them, apparently they're not perfect either. I've
I
heard some things.
refuse to believe it.
I
Just
know. I'd like to visit though.
oh, it's on my bucket list.
Okay, do you got a question?
Yeah. What's your favorite childhood memory?
Oh, okay. So I have a lot. I
Okay.
have a very strong core memory though that kind of sits with me.
Yeah.
And it's very specific and it's not anything in particular that's like, oh, when this person was born or when this or that. It all I know is I was young. I was probably like 7.
Yeah.
It was fall because I remember it being fall. It was cold, it was chilly, it was a weekend, and I was outside on my tire swing that we had at our house when I was growing up, and I was playing by myself, and I was like pushing myself so high, and I just had like this feeling of complete bliss
Oh,
at such a young age, and that memory just kind of sits with me. And I think that that's why I love fall so much is because I go back to that moment and like I had that feeling of just complete okayness.
that's really
And
magical.
yeah, so I kind of like go back to that moment whenever I'm in like tough spots and stuff.
I like that.
Yeah. What about you?
Mine's like funny.
Hmm.
And my mom, I have to preface this as was a lovely human. So when I was like 5, I think, I bought a tap dancing costume at a like a garage sale.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and I put it on at the house and I was outside in the backyard. No, I was inside the house like running around being a lunatic in it. And I wanted to go see the boy that I had a crush on, Scott Wilson. Scott Wilson, hope you're listening.
You did first and last name.
I'm sure he's not listening. Um, and so I was like, Mom, what do I look like? And she was like, a bit of a floozy. My mom was British. And then I took a giant sip of chocolate milk and I was like, well, what do I look like now? And she was like, a dirty floozy. And still to like this day, it is probably like the memory that we talk about the most in our family. And it is hilarious. My brother still calls me a dirty floozy.
I love it.
Yeah. So it was like, I think she gave me a sense of humor and, you
And
know,
did not take things so seriously, too.
no. Yeah. So that's
Oh
probably
my
my
gosh.
that's like a core childhood memory for me.
That's cute.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a good question here that's actually important for us to address. Why
Yeah.
did you stop doing the outfit challenges?
We didn't.
We didn't. So
We
we
didn't
took
stop.
we took a break around the time that I went on vacation because I didn't want to have to pack specific clothes to do the outfit challenge.
Yeah.
And then we just took a little bit longer of a break because of schedules and like things like that. But it's
Yeah.
coming back next week.
Yes.
We had a conversation about it today.
I feel like we do this every once in a while. We like have to stop for a hot minute and
Yeah.
then we get back on it. It's fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I might actually, because this episode is for next week, I might address that today in stories, just
That's
remind
totally
people that it's not like gone completely.
we didn't break up. Last time we
No.
stopped doing this, people thought we stopped being friends.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, they're like, do you
Why
guys
aren't
hate
you
each other?
friends with Sarah anymore?
Like,
It's just, it's a lot. I think that it's not a lot of work, but it's a lot of work.
mhm.
And yeah. And to have something so structured too, like you've probably seen that we kind of like get a little lackadaisy on the day that it's posted too.
Yeah.
It's just, and a lot of editing. Like we put a lot of editing into those videos too, because we want to make them look nice for you guys. So
Yes.
they'll be back next week.
They'll be back.
They'll be back.
I have a weird question for you.
Mm.
Do you have wide feet?
Oh yeah, I do.
Okay, great. Where's a great place for wide shoes for Canadians?
Okay, if you're Canadian, Penn. They have wide footwear across the board and they have a good variety. Like they have dress wear, they have running shoes. So I have like Adidas runners that are wide foot that I got from Penn. Or like I have Steve Madden loafers that are from Penn.
I have had to, when I've done some like I have really thin, like narrow feet.
Narrow, yeah.
And so sometimes when I've done campaigns with Penn, I'm like, I can't wear your shoes.
Yeah.
So that's good to know.
Yes. I will say this though. I do find that with some of the footwear, because of the wide foot, when I get my traditional size, which is a size 10, it's a little bit too big. So I think because it's wide, it just like it makes up for it in the length a little bit. So I do have to size down sometimes.
That's what
not always. Not always. But sometimes. Any more kids or are we done?
We're done.
We're done.
We're done.
We're done.
No more.
One and done.
One
two
and done. Yeah, it just feels I feel like people always say that like they felt like, I think you said this, like it just, your family didn't feel complete. This shit feels complete.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That is good.
I'm old.
Yeah, me too.
Nah. I'm
yeah,
I'm almost 30.
Not that if you are our age or older, you shouldn't have children.
No, that's just my own choice.
Go off. Do it.
Have fun. Pop off.
Pop off. Pop out those babies.
Someone asked me if I've been to Banff. I have.
Fun.
Have you? You've never been to Banff, have you?
No. That's in Alberta, right?
Yeah. So Banff is like,
I've not been to Alberta.
Rude. Banff is the most magical place on the planet. So yes, I have been. They recently went and they loved it. And what's my favorite thing about Banff? I think so in Banff, you're like nestled in the Rocky Mountains. It's like this little majestic town. And literally every way you look is mountains, and it's just so
Mm.
sweet. And it kind of feels like you're in a fairy tale.
Mm.
But there's also like really, really good food there. Lots of like, because it's very touristy, so lots of great restaurants open up there. So I think the food, like just walking around, and like Bryce and I, when we go, we'll get like appetizers or like small plates at a ton of different places, and we just like eat
Just try it
ourselves.
all.
Oh, it's the best. It's the
Mm.
best. It's just magic.
Mm.
Yeah.
I've been to Whistler, and that's
Yeah,
really
it's similar to
similar.
Whistler.
I've
Yeah.
heard, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I love Whistler. I
Whistler's a
will.
lot of fun.
It's just a little. It, it's hard to get there. There's one
Yeah.
highway,
Yeah.
and it's an adventure.
That's like that's Banff. Banff
Banff,
is
yeah.
it's 5 hours from Edmonton.
Oh gosh, yeah.
But I mean it's magic.
Worth it.
Worth it.
Where can you find plus size bathing suits aside from Penn? Probably one of my American followers. Penn, you got to get in America.
Oh, American Fall. I was gonna say Joe Fresh is my go-to.
Yeah, but it's I
Best
know,
bathing
right?
suits.
I've heard good things about Torrid.
Yeah, I've never done.
But I get being in Canada, shipping to Canada is a little tricky with Torrid. And I think there's like one or two stores in all of Ontario. Like it's and they're not close by. So
No.
I like Torrid clothing. Every outfit and item that I've purchased from Torrid in the past I've enjoyed. It's just not my go-to because it's not as convenient.
Yeah. Yeah.
So Torrid, let me think.
I also like
Old
a lot of
Navy.
great bathing suits from Amazon.
Oh, Amazon. Yeah.
Like
Plus size is tricky on Amazon though. I feel like it's
fair.
so like hit or miss. Like sometimes I have to put like I have to be like a 5X to get
Yes.
something that even fits me. You just got to check the sizing.
Yes.
Check the sizing.
And I know they ship to America, but Nettle's Tail is really great.
Ooh,
They're
okay.
like they're like friends with the free label people who we
Oh,
love.
nice. We love
Yeah.
Free Label here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Speaking of which, Free Label. They have swimwear.
oh, they do.
They
And
do.
Occupied Mind. They also have up to 5X, I think.
Okay.
So there you go.
There we go. Have you heard of Cupshe? Is that a thing? Like, is that
I have, and
not good?
I don't know. I'm judging straight off the website.
Oh,
I don't enjoy the shopping experience on the website,
uh,
and it makes me feel like the quality probably isn't great.
okay. Yep. Nope. That's
You
valid.
know?
Completely valid.
Aerie,
Aerie,
an
NYX,
American Eagle.
NYX. I have
Nyx.
an awesome bikini from NYX too, and they ship to Canada.
You could probably wear that in Mexico.
Yeah, when we go on our brand trip.
We're manifesting. We're
We're
not selected.
manifesting this thing. We're not selected at all. Imagine. One day maybe.
Yeah, it's gonna happen.
Let's just say, yeah, it's
We're
actually
manifesting.
I'm ready. I'm ready. Oh, okay. Do you got one?
Yeah. Do you ever feel, wait, how do you feel about different forms of birth control and the effects on your body?
So I've only tried two
Okay.
two different kinds. So I've tried like traditional pill
Mm-hmm.
route, and then I've also done the IUD,
Mm-hmm.
the Marina. My body shot out the
Right.
IUD like so quickly. It said, "This is not part of us."
No. Get
Gone.
out.
So that didn't work for me, and I had to pay out of pocket for it, and it was a lot of money.
Yeah.
Insurance only covered like a very small amount of it, and I had to pay like I think $250 for
Ooh.
it to just be spat back out like old gum. So no, it didn't work for me, so I can't even speak to it. And then the pill I was on for years,
Yeah.
and I stopped a couple of years ago. It used to be in my what I eat in a days, and I used to be like baby blocker,
Yes.
had thought blocker. It was like a whole thing. And then I stopped taking them one day, and then everyone thought we were trying to conceive. It was a whole thing. No, I just stopped taking the baby blocker because I don't like it. Like it
It's fair.
makes I just didn't want to have sex ever.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like my sex drive was like "Meh."
Yeah.
And that mixed with antidepressants was like
That's
a
a
recipe for disaster.
yeah.
So, I mean, I obviously, if you need antidepressants, take them. Like,
Yeah.
nothing in the world should stop that from, unless it's
No.
obviously harming you.
Yeah.
But I was able to slowly get off antidepressants, and then I decided to just say bye to the baby blockers too, because I'm like, so we use other methods. We just use condoms and whatnot.
I have done the pill, and I did the pill for like 10 years. It was fine. I just was
Mm.
like not great at taking it, which was my problem.
Yeah.
Like I had to set an alarm or I would forget. I've done the NuvaRing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, which I actually really liked. The problem was that my partner at the time did not like it. So
Oh.
you can take it out when you're having sex, but then I would like forget to put it back in because I'm not forgetful.
Oh, yeah. No,
And it's
yeah.
kind of like, I don't know, it felt kind of weird, but I did like it. It was
Yeah.
there, it was like a stay and didn't have to think about it. And then I am on an IUD and
Yeah.
I love my IUD. I still
Yes.
get my period, but it's like much lighter. I haven't noticed a big effect on my hormones. However, my hormones are like also wild because I just had a
Yeah.
baby.
You had a baby.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I think it's different for everyone. And like
Yeah.
unfortunately, you kind of just have to like
Sometimes it's trial and error.
try. Yeah.
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 Which is unfortunate.
Because it's not cheap.
No. No.
No.
Okay, so I have the I have this one. Sarah lives in the US and Zoe just visited. Honest thoughts. Oh, Sarah lived in the US
Oh
and
yeah.
Zoe just visited. Honest thoughts.
Yeah. It's like I don't
Okay.
live in the US.
No, no. Okay, so you lived there and I
Yeah.
just visited. What are our thoughts on America?
Everything's bigger.
It's so true.
Like,
Literally, like the portion
everything's bigger.
sizes are insane.
It's
Drinks
wild.
insane.
It's crazy.
I whew.
Look at I don't want this to be offensive. I would never live in America again. And I don't mean that offensively. It is not, there are things that I have a hard time with, especially some of the new laws that have come into place and the way that things are going right now. And I think about every single woman that lives there every single day. And I mean, obviously not every single, but like I think about you guys all the
Yeah,
time with a heavy heart.
yeah.
I have hard stops in my life, and those things are people are allowed to love who they love and they are allowed to marry the people that they love. A woman's body is no one has an opinion on a woman's body other than herself.
Except
She gets to
them.
make the decision. And I couldn't live in a country where those are not um advocated for across the board.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of states who are doing the right thing, in
Totally.
my opinion.
Yeah.
There are a lot of states doing so far the wrong thing
Yeah.
that it's making it difficult for everyone else. I think there are a lot of really amazing human beings
A
there.
hundred
I have
percent.
met the coolest people there, online, in person.
Yes.
I love you all so much. I don't think I would want to live there either. Just because of similar reasons to Sarah. I do know that Canada has an array of issues as well.
So
Um,
many.
so many issues.
And we're not
Um,
perfect. We're so far from perfect.
yeah, yes, correct. We'll visit. I will continue to visit. I will continue to come. I love it there. Like seeing different parts of the country. I haven't traveled a ton.
Mhm.
Like I've only been to a few different states, three
Yeah.
maybe.
I think
Like
I've done 46.
oh wow, you've really
Yeah.
had like
So I've
a
and like it is the coolest thing I think about, other than the people, they've got some really incredible people there,
mhm.
is how different the country is. Like Canada is like pretty like we're pretty the like be yeah, the provinces look different, but like our weather isn't like wildly different from province to province, right? Like
I
you
think
know
it depends. Yeah, yeah. No,
but you
you're
know what I
right.
mean?
Because
Like
like
you've got like Texas.
you can go into any province in Canada and you will probably get snow at some point.
Totally, like BC maybe not as much.
But it'll be there. It's
Yeah,
not like unheard of. But like
like
yeah, like you have like tropical rainforest and then like
Florida and
it's
like
crazy.
Idaho. Like it's so bizarre to me how
So wild.
different it is, but the country is so much smaller than us. Like it's just it is mind-blowing to me.
I
And
also oh go
culturally
ahead.
how the country is just so culturally different state to state.
Yeah, yes.
It's I find it fascinating. I love, like you said, to visit. I love to like learn. I think American history is really in interesting, I think is the word that I'm going to choose.
Mhm.
But it's just not for me.
Yeah.
Is that okay? Am I allowed to say that?
I mean, I don't know. Like but why would we move there? That's what I mean. I know there are a lot of Canadians who are like piecing off to
LA.
LA. That's expensive.
I know.
Right. Oh my gosh. No, but I do understand why people live there and I understand the appeal in some cases, but like
Mhm.
Canada's what we know. It's what I know. My family's here.
Yeah.
Like
The evil you know. And
Yeah,
I mean, even living there, like I lived in California.
that's right. You live
And
there.
I lived in California and I lived in Ohio.
Yeah.
And like it was cool, but it's not home.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think the only other place I would ever live in the world is the US. Or not the US, sorry, the UK. The UK.
The UK. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because again, you have home,
Yeah.
family.
Like 10
Yeah.
minutes. I would move in
Mhm.
10 minutes if
Yeah.
we could do it. Yeah.
Aw. Okay.
Okay. Do you ever wonder how your significant other is attracted to your body being mid or plus size?
No, because we're hot.
Uh,
I mean, sorry. Like if you're having insecurities about yourself and you're questioning yourself or your partner or whatnot, I sympathize because
Totally.
I was totally in a state of mind, especially growing up in the 2000s,
Yeah.
like being curvy, plus size. Like I questioned that every single day.
Hmm.
Like that was my life. Like
Yeah.
that was our life as millennials. Like
Hmm.
we were surrounded. Like you think today's bad, like times that times 100.
Yeah.
So yeah, I question that all the time. Now
I don't.
I don't at all.
I also think that like it's so important to remember that like this shit's all gonna fade. Like all of this stuff is gonna change. And if you don't love the person and you're not attracted to like the person at the core of who they are, like
Yeah.
it's never gonna work.
No, no. Attraction goes so far past looks, body, but at the same
Yes.
time, like my husband married me at 260 pounds.
Yeah,
So
totally.
he knew what he was getting. I
It was
mean,
a
I've always been a chunky monkey.
it's never been a secret. It's
Of course,
never been a secret.
my weight has fluctuated over the years.
Yes,
That's life. Like it ebbs and flows. My husband's weight has fluctuated over the years. Like
totally.
that's life. So no, I definitely don't. Um,
I never
I don't
question it.
question it, but I
No.
do know
How it
that it.
feels to question it.
Yes,
And it
yeah,
sucks.
it does. I'm sorry. I'm sorry if you're feeling that way or if someone has made you feel that way.
Yeah,
Not cool.
totally. Totes.
Get out of here.
Oh, I have a question for you.
Oh, okay.
What made you stop sharing your kids' faces on social media?
Ooh. I've addressed it, but not really addressed it.
Yeah.
So I've always been wary about showing my children, and even from the get-go, I never shared them often.
Hmm.
Um, even though I have been, I've been a variety of different like niches under the sun,
Yeah.
but it's always come back to like self-love, lifestyle, parenting, whatnot. But I think the biggest thing for me is like online safety.
Hmm.
I've heard some very
Terrifying
scary
statistics.
things. Yeah, statistics, the change in technology, especially around AI and what can be done. The amount of predatory people that it's not always moms and friends who think your kids are cute saving your videos. It's 9 times out of 10 men who say that, on their favorite thing in the world is mommy influencers because it's like a buffet for them. Um, I've just heard so many horror stories.
Yeah.
It scares me so much. I've been following Mom Uncharted, I think it is. I can't remember her handle on TikTok for years. We're mutuals. And she has really helped me understand that the internet is a very scary place. And
Yeah.
there are a lot of ill-intended humans on the internet. They've made themselves known to me personally just by, Reddits and hate comments and threatening emails and things like that. Like I just there's two things that I will no longer do, and that's share my where we live, my location,
Hmm.
show the outside of my house so you can see what it looks like to the full. Like if I show my front steps, like that's fine, but it's like my
Yeah.
full outside of my house. And then share my kids' faces for
Yeah.
now.
That's
Until
fair.
they're older, they can consent. Um and yeah, I don't think that's going to change either. At first, it was just me just testing the waters, and I
Hmm.
was like, "Oh, I might change my mind," but I don't think I'm going to change my mind.
You don't have to.
It doesn't really make a difference. Like if you're my friend,
Yeah.
you have access to seeing my kids. But and it's not that I don't trust my followers because I know there's so many of you that are just amazing humans and like just want to be a part of my life, and that's fine. It's more so the people that have access to my accounts because they're public.
Yeah.
And my account has grown significantly in the last year. So I think that I just am taking a few extra steps to protect my kids if I can.
I think that's very fair.
And they're starting to be little humans with
They're
own
like
personality.
recognizable humans now.
The thought that if my kid is somewhere without me and they could be recognized without me, that scares me.
Yeah, I think that's super fair.
So,
That's how I feel like when Sully's older,
mhm.
it's definitely like like right now she's with one of us at all times. Like
All
it's
times, yeah. But when she
never
starts school and like things like that, like the idea that your child could be at school and a stranger could come up to them and recognize them from the
totally,
internet,
totally.
like it keeps me up at night.
Hmm. It's a reality of having a platform, and it's you got to make a decision of what works best for your family.
100%. And I don't judge. I don't judge either way. I do judge if you're sharing really creepy, like content of your kid dressing up and like doing like, I don't know. I've seen some really questionable things online.
Yeah,
I will judge you for that. I'm sorry. Like I will. But if you're just like a typical creator who does share your kids often there, like whatever, like do what you got to do.
totally.
You take your safety into your own hands.
Yeah,
But for me and my family, this is what works.
yeah. I think
Yeah.
that's great.
Be ready with a question, eh?
No, whatever you want, man.
Oh, this is a fun one.
Love a fun one.
Um, and lighthearted.
Oh, good.
What's your favorite go-to fast dinner? It can be cooked or purchased. Oh, that's hard, actually.
Um, Probably tacos.
Oh, yeah.
We're
Tacos are
like
great.
we're like a Tuesday taco night family.
Yeah.
Old El Paso tacos every single Tuesday night.
I was gonna say, do you do the white person taco night where it's like
100% like shredded marble cheese,
yeah.
sour cream. I do like make often like we'll make traditional tacos and like
Yes.
go like I love cooking. So when I have hours, I'll make like birria tacos and like we'll do
Mm.
the whole thing. But like white people taco night all the time.
Yeah, it's so good. We
Yes.
haven't done taco night in a really long time. Maybe we'll do that tonight for dinner
So
because
easy.
I have nothing planned.
There
And
you go.
my kids don't like tacos though. Like Marlowe hates the seasoning of taco meat, like hates that Mexican seasoning.
Ooh,
She
my
just
heart
doesn't.
hurts.
I know. And she likes so much food too.
Yeah.
Theo doesn't like anything, but like Marlowe's so on board with usually everything we make.
Yeah.
So I make them cheese quesadillas. It's the
Delicious.
same kind of idea,
It's the same
right?
thing.
Like, yeah.
Sully eats so many cheese quesadillas right now.
Did
So
you see
many.
the quesadilla hack on
In
TikTok
the
with the
toaster,
toaster?
it scares me.
I'd start a fire.
I don't want to do it. What is your go-to quick dinner?
We love tacos. We also love non pizzas. That's one of our favorite
Oh
things to do
yeah.
at home is we get like the non bread.
Yeah.
Sorry, I always say non bread, but non means bread. Non from the grocery
Oh,
store.
I didn't know
Did you?
that.
I learned it. I think the Birds Papaya shared it. No, I had someone message it to me and then she shared how she was making non pizzas. Then I said to her, Sarah, hey, did you learn this fun little fact? She didn't see it, but that's okay. But no, it's non means bread.
Oh, good. Okay, good
Yeah.
to know.
Someone educated me. So
Non-pizzas are
non
delicious.
pizza. And then you can make your own. Like you
So
can do
good.
like Theo does just cheese because he's boring. I love him. But like he's got the palate of like a 3-year-old. Imagine
Oh,
that.
weird.
Yeah, and Marlowe like does hers with like she loves pepperoni and like that kind of I'm the person that puts everything in the fridge
Oh
on their
no.
pizza. I like
No.
mushrooms, I like olives, I like meats, I like this, I love that.
I'm a pizza purist.
Oh.
Pepperoni, ham and pineapple.
You know what? Everyone always like whenever I share what I eat in a day and I'm having pepperoni on my no pineapple on my pizza, it's always a heated debate
Oh,
in the
it's
comments.
so good. It's the
And
best.
I only eat it because Andrew and Marlo like it. Like
Oh,
I wouldn't go out of my way to order a Hawaiian pizza. It's
that
not for
is
me.
the only pizza I order. Like, and
It's
then
not for me.
smother it with hot sauce because then you've
Oh,
got
that's
like
Andrew. Loves it with
sweet,
sriracha.
salty. No,
Yeah.
sriracha's not meant for pizza, Andrew.
Oh no, he doesn't. Or we have Frank's too. I know you're a
Yeah.
Frank's girly. Oh, this one's so cute. I have such a cute one.
Okay.
Actually, no, it is cute. It is cute. I was gonna say, is it about our significant others? But no, it's about us. What is your favorite thing you love about one another? Isn't that
Stop.
like the most heartwarming thing of all time?
Yeah.
Right?
Okay. I think that you you're just like one of the best friends I have. Like you are someone that is always there for me. You're so kind. You are the biggest cheerleader. You're a vault. Like I can trust you with anything. And like you have this innate ability to just make people feel good. Like calm, cozy, and good. You sprinkle your sparkle, and I feel very grateful to like be in your presence.
Oh, Sarah, just move to Ontario.
No, you moved to Alberta. It's
No,
so
we
much,
know I'm not coming to Alberta. You just sold it before we
but
started
it's
this.
cheaper.
Yeah, I guess. I guess that's true.
Yeah,
Mm. Okay, my favorite thing about you, first of all, is I do think we knew each other in another life
100%.
because I feel like when we first started talking, there was zero hesitation. Like I'm not it's not that I don't trust people, but I'm a little wary at first when I first
Yeah,
meet someone before I get comfortable enough to like open up and like bare my soul to them.
yeah.
I had zero hesitation with you. And
No,
I don't know if that's us knowing each other in another life or it's just you're that amazing of a human. Like either way, it's like it's the truth. I feel safe with you. Like I
yeah,
feel like you're like the safest person. And again, like I can tell you anything and it's like not going anywhere. And also I do really think like we were like separated at birth in another life because we have like
100%.
so much in common. Like
Too much in common.
it's creepy.
It's eerie.
Hmm.
I
But I
just
kind of like it. It's like we're like a little secret spy show.
a secret. Yeah, 100%. Separated at birth.
It's
We
like
could have
Spy
it.
Kids.
We could have our own TLC series.
We could. We literally TLC hook us up, please,
I would
because
do reality TV. Would you ever do reality TV?
oh, okay. I've thought about this because like I don't know why I've thought about this. Because I went to school for acting and stuff like that. And
Right.
I was like,
Yeah.
what kind of TV would I do? What kind of TV wouldn't I do?
Yeah.
I think there's some like I think inviting someone into my home to
Yeah.
film me all day, every day, no.
Okay.
Because my kids and like
It's fair.
right and like privacy and my husband and like things like that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
if
It
like
wouldn't just be you. It would be the whole. You
mhm.
can't just have like the Zoe show. You need Zoe and the Potters.
Yes, but if
Yeah.
like the Jersey Shore style where you go to like location for like a couple weeks, yeah, for
Like
sure.
like Hype House, the influencer house.
Yeah.
Be so good.
Or
Plus
like Big
size.
Brother style.
Okay, but do you think you could do? I don't think that I could do. Okay, that's a lie. I say all the time I could do Big Brother or like Traders, but I can't lie. Like I'm a horrific liar.
I for an actor, I giggle
Oh
uncontrollably
my,
when
like
I'm lying. I
I
can't
can't.
do it.
No, I
I'm
can't lie,
like, I
and
just like
I feel so guilty every time I was like mean to someone. Like I'd be like, I can't do this.
yeah.
But I feel like I could do. But I feel like I do really well on like Big Brother because everyone would just like me because I'm very likable. Are you allowed to say
And
that
you're
about yourself?
so modest too.
Super, super modest, super humble, really likable.
I love
Anyways,
that. I would consider it for sure.
yeah, I think we
Yeah.
should do one. Let's pitch
Okay.
it.
Let's just do it.
Uh,
Okay, so I have a couple here that kind of like go all together. So
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry,
read, I'm gonna
they go all together. I like it.
cupping. So I'm gonna read all three because they kind of all go together.
Okay.
So, what is your method to get your inner critic to be quiet?
Okay.
How do you feel more confident on those days where it's harder?
Mm-hmm.
And when you're having a tough day with body image, how do you turn it around? Because they're all like
They're all yeah,
literally they were like bing bing bing. I'm like they're all like
yeah,
the same but different.
yeah.
So, do you have any?
Oh, yeah. Inner critic, I think so much of what it is. So I think like the biggest part of all of this is you have to reframe the way that the voice inside your head talks to you. I think that a piece of advice that I actually really like that people go on the internet all the time is like talk to yourself like you talk to your best friend. I would never
Mhm.
tell my best friend that she was ugly or that like I'd be like, hey, those pants don't look great on you. Like I'm gonna be
Yeah.
honest with you.
Yeah.
But I would never ever cut her down as a person. That's
No.
not, and so we got to do that to ourselves. So I really do think that like reframing the way that we speak to ourselves is really important. even like when you're thinking about things in the future. So like instead of I hope I get to, like I'm going to. Just
Yeah.
like those little tricks I think make such a big difference and it takes so damn long. So for me I think that's like the biggest thing to get rid of that like inner saboteur.
Hmm.
I watch a lot of Drag Race. Uh
Saboteur.
and then for like those bad body image days, I like feel divided on this one. I think that those are unfortunately just a piece of life. Like
Oh, yeah.
they're something that is just going to happen for the rest of time. And sometimes I lean into them. Like if I
Oh,
feel
I do.
right, like if I
I
feel
suck at, I throw on sweats, I cry a
yes.
little, and I
Yes.
don't eat ice cream, but I eat like chips and like, I'm like, yeah, you know what? Fuck me. And then, and then tomorrow I'm like, I'm the hottest shit around.
100%. I'm a firm believer that you're allowed to have a 3-day pity party when anything bad
Yeah.
happens to you.
Whenever I have a bad like situation, I like cry to Sarah over the phone. And then
Yeah.
she's like, you're allowed to go have a pity party. Have it for 24 hours and then we'll check
Move
in
on.
tomorrow.
Totally. Like I think that it's really important to acknowledge those feelings and the only way that they get better is if you allow yourself to have them and like
Hmm.
also see like the warning signs. Like I know when I'm going to have a bad body image day. I can tell when I wake up in the morning and I can be like, oh, I just like I'm having one of those days. I feel off. I know to not put on a pair of jeans that are like kind of really tight on me. Like I know to like take the steps to take care of myself now before I get to the point where I'm like trying on 400 things in my closet and like crying, being like,
Crying and
I
like,
hate
yeah,
everything. Yeah. So
yep,
for me, I think that that's it. Like I think that have a pity party, reframe the way you speak to yourself. And also just like it's normal. Unfortunately, it's a normal
it
part of
is.
life.
It is. You can be the most confident person in the world
Yeah,
and wake up tomorrow and not like what you see in the mirror.
totally.
And it has nothing to do with you. It has nothing to do with you, your body, what you're wearing, what shape you have. If you have a bigger tummy or a bigger arm or a bigger, like it doesn't matter because
No,
everyone feels that way. Like it,
everyone.
yeah, some days, some
Yeah.
days. Yeah.
And it like I think it's just like it's part of like becoming okay with who you are as a human is like
Mm.
working through those hard moments.
Yeah. And understanding that it's okay to
Yeah.
not have, you know,
It goes back to toxic positivity. Like you're not
I know.
always gonna love everything, and the people that show up, and I'm sorry, this might be controversial, but the people that show up that are like, I love every single day, I'm having the best day ever, everything is perfect and lovely. I used to be that person. They're the people that are also hurting so bad inside because you
Yeah.
need to acknowledge it and you need to
Yeah.
move through it before you can get to this like place of like normalization.
Preach.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You you say it
All day.
all day.
Okay,
Yeah.
I have one.
Okay.
What's your natural hair like? Do you ever style it that way? Yes. Why or why not? I just dropped my phone. Doesn't
Do you want
matter.
me to go first, then you can pick up your phone?
Yeah.
Okay, so I have very dark hair naturally.
Yeah.
Like almost black brown.
Wild.
Wild, wild. But I mean, my mom had that dark of hair, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
I've rocked natural a lot in my life. I also enjoy changing things up.
Mhm.
Like I do a little bit of both. I used to really hate my natural hair color growing up. Because everyone was like obsessed with the blonde girls and I wanted to be blonde growing up my whole life. Like that's just kind of like and it's what society tells us that we want to is like you want to be blonde, you want to be thin, you want to be this. So I think that I just like stopped caring about
Yeah.
that at some point.
Yeah.
So it's very blonde, it's very curly.
When she
Um
says blonde, she means it's very brown.
yes, correct. It's very dark, not blonde. Opposite of blonde.
Yes.
I've been every hair color. I've done it all. I have very naturally curly hair. It's very thick, it's coarse, it's frizzy, it's a lot of things. I I'm trying to think about the best way to put this. I don't hate my hair.
Hmm.
I'm very grateful for my hair. I have a hard time styling it naturally. I think the last time that I was able to wear it naturally and I actually enjoyed it was 2021, I think. I had like naturally dark hair. It was like mid-length, it was layered properly, and like I did it all summer. Like you go back to my TikToks at that time, it was curly hair, curly hair,
Yeah.
curly hair, curly hair. And it was back, remember when the butterfly clips were trendy and I would like pull like my pieces out of my face. Like, it was just so cute. But I think my hair is very temperamental. So
Yeah,
like it's easier for me to have my hair like this.
totally.
Like it's so much easier. It takes less time. Um, it's less finicky, less product. Like there's so many factors with curly hair. It just takes a lot longer.
So much love.
I do know it's better for my hair. I'm very aware of the fact that heat styling damages it.
Yep.
I'm just lazy and like this is like I can wash my hair, blow dry it out, straighten it, and then it's good for like 4 days.
Yeah,
Just
totally.
touch up here or there in like 2 seconds. But
Yeah.
like it's the especially this point in my life where I'm just like struggling, rushing to get everyone ready in the morning. I'm like, I don't want to add freshening up my curls to the list as well.
No,
So
no.
yeah.
I'm naturally blonde.
Yes, I
I
know.
so I'm naturally like white blonde. I have not been blonde, gosh, since I think I did like a little blonde stint in my early 20s or my mid 20s. But
Hmm.
before that, it had been like grade 10 and I graduated 19 years.
Wow.
Yeah, like 19 years ago. I hated being, I was like I was a thin blonde with big boobs and I wanted to be like the alternative goth girl. So I started dyeing my hair brown and like darker in high school.
Mhm.
And then I started dyeing it red like 12 years ago, 13 years ago, and it's kind of just stuck. Like I had that last color of hair for 10
Yes.
years and
So long.
it was like my ever it was I never thought I would change it and now I'm obsessed with this color. Now
It's
I
so good on you.
it's just I feel like it's like more natural looking. It's not,
It
but
is.
it
No, but
feels more
like
natural.
it goes well with your skin tone
Yeah,
too. And like, yeah. And the
I
fact
really
that
like
you,
it.
yeah.
That I
Yeah.
draw on freckles.
No, no, yeah, I was gonna say you love like really bronzed,
Yes.
golden, warm
Yeah,
makeup. And I think that
totally.
it just like,
It goes together. It's
yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
And then I also have curly hair.
Hmm.
And I have not worn my hair curly in 20 years. Like it has been
Wow.
forever.
I feel less bad then.
Yeah, like it's been, I couldn't tell you the last time. I don't let my hair air dry very often. If I do, I like let it air dry to 80% and then like blow dry it straight. My curls are bad because I dye my hair so often and like
Yeah.
I heat
And you
treat
heat
it
style it. So yeah.
almost every day.
Yeah.
And my hair is short, so my hair is, I mean, you guys saw me cut it off my extensions and it was like the same length as my hair. So my hair is like here, and then my extensions are longer, and I've had extensions for 4 years, and I don't think I'll ever go back.
Yeah.
I have thin
You have
hair.
thin hair though, right?
I
Yeah.
have lots of hair, but I have thin hair, and it's
Yeah.
just it like my ponytail's like this thick, and it's
Yeah.
just it doesn't feel. I don't feel. That's when I don't feel confident. I felt super uncom like when I was going through like the week of changing my hair.
Transition.
I felt like yucky, which is so
Oh,
silly. But my hair is definitely like a big. I think it's like a big
security blanket.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Mine
hair.
was too. That's why I chopped it off. Exposure therapy.
I'm proud of you.
Yeah,
I really like this length.
no, I like it too. I do think though, because when I got it cut to the shorter length,
Yeah.
I did a very blunt cut. Now
Yeah.
that it's a little weird because of the bluntness. This like it's growing out and it's like I should probably go get some layers or something going on here because it's a little wonky, but
Oh, I
we've
like
got
it.
time for that.
All right, what's your last one? I've got our final question.
Oh, oh, this is interesting
Oh, I like an interesting one.
because we don't really, yeah. Okay. Your guys' take on raising daughters as plus size women.
Oh.
Because you never know, right? Like Marlowe is my daughter, obviously, and I was a bigger child growing up, and she is definitely, bigger than the other girls in her class.
Hmm.
Not surprisingly, Andrew was also a bigger child growing
Yeah.
up, so it's very much genetic.
Yeah.
Like that's just a big part of it.
Shocking.
Shocker. Um, I think the biggest takeaway for this is you need to have respect and not mess up their minds because society will try to do that.
100%.
And you just need to be their number one supporter.
Hmm.
You need to, I think another thing too is making sure that you're talking about yourself and your own body, if you are plus size, um, with
Even
them to be able to hear it. And like
totally.
like it's exposure therapy almost. Like you need to be able to show that you can be loved and appreciated and like not constantly berating yourself for being bigger or like I can't have that, mommy can't have dessert because I'm,
Never.
I've been bad today or like things like that.
Yeah.
And I also make sure that there's no morality around foods, that nothing is off limit as long as they're eating nutritiously. I always say, you need to have a nutrient dense
Yeah.
snack before you can have a fun snack.
Yeah.
Um, we also don't do like desserts or like ice creams as like incentives or like treats.
Yeah.
Like it's a
It's
thing.
just food.
Like
It's
it's
just food
food.
that you can have. Yeah.
It's food. And yeah, just making sure that they're healthy and happy and know that they're loved. And yeah. Oh, and a really important thing too is making sure that they can talk to you because unfortunately, the world is a horrible place. And I was ashamed to talk to my parents about being bullied for being fat
Totally.
growing up. I was ashamed. I didn't want to mention it at all. So I always end each day with, how was your day at school? This and that. And like I'm I'm very grateful that I think the world is changing for the better. And I think people are understanding that people are far beyond your body is the
The
least
least,
important
it's your
thing.
car.
Yeah,
It's your car.
literally.
You drive a Honda Civic. Cool. It's a great, reliable car.
So, and I do think that people are learning that. I mean, we've taken a few steps back in the last few months, but as a society, let's be honest. But at the same time, I do think that people are learning more and that they're understanding that it takes all types to be a world and that like there's going to be people who have different hair colors, different body sizes, different skin colors, and like we're all important and we're all deserving of love and affection and respect. So I think that's passing on to the next generation too, which is
Totally.
good.
I agree with all of that. And I think, one of the biggest things that I want to be cognizant of is just like how I talk about myself in front of her. And you said that,
Yes.
and not, like I said, on bad confidence days or bad self-image days, like I will still sometimes like pick myself apart and I want to never do that in front of Sully.
Yes.
I also want to teach her the importance of being strong because I think that really helped me with my confidence journey, and just like my self-love journey is I now value being strong over anything. I would rather be able to lift a house than be thin. Like it's so much more important to me. And then the other thing too is I think a huge part of it actually comes from their fathers. And them seeing how our kids seeing how like my husband, how Bryce treats me, and really showing her that like no matter what your body type, no matter what you look like, you're worthy of love.
You're worthy of love and affection and make sure that you're in a healthy relationship too, in the sense of like, that they're not picking on you or saying things like I've been in relationships where like my boyfriend straight up said to me, like, you need to make sure your weight stays under 200 pounds. Like he said that straight up to me as he was eating a huge meal and I was sitting there starving myself and not eating food in front of him because I didn't want to seem, he's like, you got to make sure that weight stays under 200 pounds.
What the
like,
fuck? No,
that's just no.
Okay,
and that's, I know, but that's a lot. Like I've had more boyfriends like that than the alternative. So making sure you're in a good relationship, a healthy relationship, not just like physically, but emotionally too. So
I think, there's just so much, there's so much. I think we're learning and we'll always learn how to, and the cool thing about being a millennial, as much shit as we get, is I think that we are one of the first generations that are really trying to parent without trauma.
We're doing our best.
We're doing our best. I'm like, I don't think our
it's
parents,
hard.
I don't think our parents intentionally were like, I'm going to traumatize my kid. But I think we just know more now, right? And every generation's going to get better and better. And I think it's gonna be really cool to see the kids that are coming from like millennials and Gen Zs and stuff.
Yeah.
Good question.
Yeah, it is. And it's like, you never know, right? Like that's just it.
Know.
Like, and bodies ebb and flow, just like everything else in life, especially with kids. Like
I was so thin until after high school. Like
that's
so
just it.
thin.
Like, and in high school, I was at my thinnest, but then I gained weight. And it's just like ebb and flow. Ebb and flow.
Totally.
Yeah.
Okay, our last question. When are Zoe and Sarah gonna meet?
Right now. Imagine we just like come out.
We're working on something.
Yeah, we're working on a couple things.
we're gonna meet this in 2024. Zoe and I will be in the same room.
Yeah. We're just not sure exactly when,
Yeah.
exactly where, but it'll happen.
It's
It
gonna
will
happen.
happen. We're working on it. Don't worry. Trust me, we're working on it
And
behind the scenes.
if
And you will be brought along for the ride.
oh my God, it'll be wild. I can't fathom it.
No, me either. Do you imagine if we just meet each other and fucking hate each other?
Okay, I'm not gonna lie. I was talking to Bryce about it the other day, and I was like, "What if she hates me? What if she like meets me and she's like, oh, I don't like the energy she puts off."
No,
It'd be
it's
really funny.
impossible.
I also still forget that you're short.
I know, and I gravitate towards tall. Like my best friend is taller than me. Like if you look at my wedding photos of me and my bridesmaids, it's me and then my bridesmaids. And it's just like I just love tall people. Like I just gravitate towards you. I just want to hug you.
We're pretty great.
Yeah. So I just can't wait to like look up to you and like
hi, I'm only 5'9".
No, but that's pretty tall. Like Andrew's 5'10" or 5'11".
Yeah.
And you've seen photos of us. Like
I know.
I'm not super short. Like I am 5'4".
That's short.
That's not that short,
I mean,
though.
it's average, I think.
Yeah, 5'4", 5'5". Like that's average, isn't it?
I think so.
Yeah. So like I don't think it's gonna be like a massive height difference, but like 5'9", that's tall. Like
just this. I'm gonna wear the biggest heels I have. I don't own heels. This was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. I had fun. It was easy peasy and
a gamut of questions.
Yeah, I love when you guys interact with us and like ask us things, and it's just fun. Like I just feel like we have such a cool little group of
a cool crew. A cool crew. What?
Close enough.
Close enough. I tried. Amazing. Well, thank you for being here.
Yes. Be sure to follow, give us 5 stars, subscribe to our YouTube, share, stream. I don't know.
When we get to 50,000 followers on our Instagram page, Zoe and I will meet in real life. No pressure.
50,000. 50,000.
More followers than I have. Amazing. You guys are the best. We will see you next week.
See you next week.
Bye.